Okay guys, I decided to do a video for just kind of a little quick walkthrough on the Yahoo pool. We've got our draft tonight for the money pool. You will have to bear with me. I have both children, of course, so one's 1 year old and the other one's 2.5, so they could be ripping, screaming, and everything else. But nonetheless, I'll give you guys a quick view of this one is the free pool. I also have a horrible cold, so I probably won't be able to talk very well. But as you can see, the different teams. Let me click into the field here. I can scroll down, everybody's in there. Underneath, of course, this is this week's, the first week's matchups. Underneath here is going to be your stats for the season. First place will be up here, all the way down to the bottom, which is currently me. Alright, so next thing, I'll go into my teams. Okay, so my teams, as you can see, for each night you have 2 center starters, 2 left wings, 2 right wings, 4 defense. I don't have one in the slot right at the moment, but I will. Underneath your utility, this can be anybody other than a goalie, defense, forward, doesn't matter. You can stick them in there, and I'm not sure. I've never tried to put a goalie in there, but I don't know if it works or not. Either way, that's for anybody that's playing and you can't get them on. Your bench players are down here, and these are my bench players. These would be the players typically that you'd want to have on here if either A, they were cold and playing that night and their slots were already filled up top, or they just weren't playing that night, because you don't want to leave a spot open if you can fill it with somebody, unless you're being very strategic about certain stats. At the bottom here, 2 goalies you can put in per night, and then of course a bench goalie. I've got 3. I've got Quick, Price, and Halak. I'm always goalie strong. It's just how I play the game. I tend to suck up top and win my pools with my goaltending. There's 2 different ways of doing it depending on the pools. As you can see, there's these little thingies beside their names. They're like little letters. For instance, sometimes you'll have one there's white, that means there's no new news. Yellow means there's new news, but it's not super recent. And if there's like a little red splotch on it, it'll have here, like for instance, Jeff Carter. I'm not sure if this will pick this up. Yeah, it will. Jeff Carter scored twice and added 1 assist, so it just gives you kind of an update, and also gives you a little bit of advice on what's going on. Sometimes it can be helpful. Alright, so as you can see, it also tells you how much it's owned. 97% of the time. Patrick Sharp is owned 97%. As you can, you go down the picks, you get your sleeper picks. Like I've got a couple of different sleeper picks down here, and then it gives you your stats. I'm going to go up here. As you can see at the top here, there's our league. This is your hockey with everything in it. I'll go to that after, but your league, this is your team. You got matchups. This is where we're going to go next. Easiest place for me to explain how this works. So it's me versus Zach in the first week. Hold on guys, I gotta get down to my tab here so I can move it. So I'm on top, Zach's on bottom. So I'm gonna scroll across here so you can see this. So for each week you've got 2 different, sorry, my kids are fighting, guys. I'm gonna have to set down the camera, guys, just 1 second. Oh no, they knew I was getting up, little buggers. Okay. So you got goals, assists, plus, minus, penalty minutes, power play points, shorthanded, goal points, game-winning goals, shots on goals, hits, blocks, and those are all your forward stats. Goalie stats are game starts, wins, goals against average, shots against, saves, those are total saves, save percentage, and your shutouts. So let's say I had 6 goals in the week and Zach had 12. Zach would take that point, and basically as a win you'd get 2 points. If we tied, we'd each get a point, so he'd take 2 points. So if we go through the whole thing and Zach wins, let's say he wins 7 games, loses 4 to me, and ties 3. For those 7 wins, he'd get 14 points. For the 3 ties, he'd get 3 points. Those would all go towards your total for the year. So, where the high, you'll see it after the first week, it becomes almost easy for most of it. And that's how it's determined. So, you can, let's say you're doing good for me. Let's say I'm doing good in the goalie stats, getting pounded in the goals and the, shorthanded points and game-winning goals. Sometimes I'll focus on like getting a couple of bruisers and maybe someone that takes a lot of blocks, and just so that I can beat people by enough with my goaltending to get by. You can also do that the other way, because there are 10 forward/defenseman slots. Like for points here, there's 10 of them, and only 7 for goaltending. So if you've got really strong offense, you can overwhelm someone with good goaltending. Or, if you've got good goaltending, even when game starts, or how many shots they take a goalie that's on a poor team that gets hammered with shots, sometimes that can make all the difference there, because they're getting shots against and saves. So, it's a very strategical pool. Each week you'll be taking on a different person. Let me go back into my team here real quick. Now they've changed everything. Oh yeah, okay, so you can add player, drop player. Usually what I do is I go to add player. It'll take you to the free agency list. You can look at who you want. Once you click on them and click the button to go forward, it will take you to where you can drop the player that you'll be using to pick them up. You can do 4 of these add drops per week. They're pretty crucial. Your teams get hurt. You do have an injury slot. You'll notice it. If someone gets injured, you can drag them down to the bottom and an injury slot will open up. We do have injury slots in ours. So, you can but sometimes, you get unlucky. You get 4 or 5 injuries. Guys, please stop fighting for a minute. And you get 4 or 5 injuries, you're going to have to drop somebody. Unless they're all high-end players, they're coming back. If it's someone that's one of your sleeper picks and he's out for 2 months, there's no point in holding them. If you don't think it's going to be worthwhile, you drop them, pick up a better player. You got someone that's super cold, you could do that. When it comes to the playoff times, then it gets really strategical. I've been known to drop star players and pick up lower-end players just to win a stat, to win that particular playoff game, so that I can move forward, right? So when it gets to the playoffs, we can talk about that. That's a long ways off now. What else should I show you guys? They got a whole bunch of stuff. They have projected stats. They can see what they think's going to happen for the year. What they figure is going to be. They've got average stats. You can split stats. They got a lot of different things you can go through. The different up here. There's all kinds of different stuff like research. You can research different things. Transaction trends. To go and trade somebody, I think you have to go to I'll go to the league view here again. I think you got to go to the person itself, and then create trade. There's a trade button over here. You can look at their player. You can propose trade there as well. You can add to the watch list, stuff like that. It's got a lot of different tools you can use. It's pretty cool. I can't think of anything else. For those of you who were involved in the live draft the other day, you know how it goes. It's pretty straightforward. I don't think anybody had any problems with it, so I don't suspect anyone will have any problems with it tonight. If you do end up with not the greatest team, or something happens that you're not there, you can always add drop people. In the beginning of the season, it moves to 4 per week, like I said earlier. But before that, I think you can do whatever you got to do to try to get your team to where you like it. Let's see, anything else I should show you guys? There's Draft Central, but that's too early for that. When I go to 013, down here, I got a public pool that I've already drafted. That's the free pool. That is the card trader pool. That is Josh's pool, and the money pool. Josh is still looking for people. If you're interested, it's just for fun draft or for fun pool. The card trader pool, $50 worth of BV-ish. We'll determine what cards to put in after it's drafted and the season gets started. It's not a big rush on that. I think we've got 9 people in it so far, so I'd like to get another 3 before we draft. Technically, I think I'm going to change this one here to, it could be Monday the 30th. possibly, because as you can see, they're too close together between Josh's draft date, best draft date. But anyways, we'll figure it out after the money pool's drafted. Any questions, you guys can message me. If I have to, I can do another video, just to explain things. I figured it would be easier this way. Anyways, guys, hope to see y'all tonight, and have another really good competitive year.